Hey, it worked. Yeah. We're live.
We're live.
I told you it was gonna work. Oh no, I didn't.
So all the messages that people have been seeing in the chat was actually me typing. Turns out when you type, so we have a little like thing in here, just combines everybody's channels together. And I realized that. So we have now tripled our comments on Facebook just by making announcements.
Look at you. Way to work. I mean, that's one way to get the comments up.
Yeah. Hey, fake it till you make it. Am I right? What? I have a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper that's a little bit left at the bottom from the Hamilton Thanksgiving from Wednesday night.
Where was my invite?
Must have left it in Florida. So I'm gonna drink this.
Don't like that at all.
From the bottle out there.
Don't like that at all.
Should we talk about why we're late? Or is it not gonna matter?
I mean, we can talk about it. That's definitely something we should probably talk about at some point today.
Get ahead of it before it goes bad. So
why would it possibly go bad, DJ?
What happened was we were getting everything ready, and I told Clutch, hey, it's Black Friday. I got done with my videos early. It'd be cool. Like maybe we could do the show early, and then I don't have to like work all day long. Why is DJ super quiet? Oh, I knew there was going to be a problem with me using this new little like layout thing. Hold yourself.
Yeah, you could bump the volume up a little bit there.
I've doubled it now. Why is it still quiet?
Sounds a bit better.
Yeah, better, but it's not amazing.
There's the feeding the ducks is a little bit louder in the background. That's all. I just dumbed it down a bit for you.
What if I do echo cancellation? Why? Hang out. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back.
Okay, you're good. Okay,
Yeah.
You don't need to whisper into the mic though.
Hey, so this should be back to normal volume. Yeah, I saw that. Echo. Like we have echo cancellation. I was like, oh, why is that on? Like I've got a full mic rig here. I don't need echo cancellation. Turns out that is basically compression. It just doesn't tell you. Anyway.
Anywho,
what happened was I loaded in and I was like, oh, hey, I had a meeting on Monday with my YouTube manager and rep, whatever you will call him, Andrew, who's awesome. And I was like, yeah, I loaded into Google Meets and like my camera didn't want to work. So I had to use my laptop in the other room. I was like, oh, that's crazy. And then I hooked up here. Guess what? It did the same thing here. That's crazy. Well, I went to the control panel and the task manager started like ending tasks that I didn't recognize the name of. And then as I started doing that, Clutch went from looking half good to 0% good.
What do you half good?
You're 100% right now. Look at you. You are 100%.
Especially when you get the sip in, right?
Man, look at that coffee cup too. That is like, you look like you could be in that Hot Frosty movie, like as an extra in the back drinking coffee.
That's all I would do. That's all I could do.
Yeah. Also, I watched. Oh man. There's a story. Thanks, man. Crap. What's the name of the channel? Comp for me, would you?
You know what, guys? We may have had our issues today getting things ready, but you know what you'll never have issues with is the sponsor of today's show, G-Portal Game Servers. And you know what? It's the perfect time to talk about them because they are having a 50% Black Friday sale right meow.
A Black Friday Bundaroo.
A Black Friday bundle? Is that what you just said?
Black Friday Bundaroo.
I can't do the voice you do. Yeah, if you go to the website right now, if you use the links down in the description, you're actually getting more than 50% off. I think I heard somebody getting 60% off already right now.
Yeah, I loaded up earlier and I got 55 in my video earlier.
Yeah, that's what I got as well, was 55. But you can get 60% off potentially depending on what you get. I don't know how it works for some people. But anyways, it's more than 50% if you use the links down in the description. And of course, they've got stuff for Farming Simulator 25 ready to go. You click on that button, you can choose one of their custom-made configured servers, or you can go in and create your own, which is kind of what I've always do. Look, there's an extra 10% right there.
Dog, look at the price when you max it out. You know, a year maxed out is pretty expensive.
Like with 16,
dude, and then add the mods, the 25. There you go.
$25, but look at that, $113 for a year with a 16 slot server.
That's insane.
That's a crazy price. Now I'll also say that some people don't quite understand what the slots do on here. So the slots are kind of like, think of it this way: it's number of players, right? So you could have one game with 16 players here. But with this server, if you had a 16 slot count server, you could actually break this up and have 2 servers with 8, or you could have 4 servers with 4. You could change it up if you wanted to do it that way. I've got currently, I think, a 12 slot server. One has 8, one has 4, and that's how I set it up on my side. But anyways, yeah, you can check it out right now. Huge discount. Definitely go check it out if you're looking to get in the server. This is the only time of the year you should probably be doing it. Let's be honest, because it's the best deal out there.
They've sponsored the podcast, as they have for a few years at this point. However, even if they weren't, our job is to also let you know, why am I blurry? What is going on? Our job is also to let you know, like, hey, like, this is a really stupid good deal. And if you like do multiplayer, like, this is a really great way to do this. So this is more for you guys than anything else. Also, I figured out the thing.
What was it?
So it's Pitch Meeting is the name of the YouTube channel.
And inconvenience.
Yeah. Anyway, they did a hot frosty with the girl. It's a girl and a dude, but the dude is a snowman. Frosty. Yeah. See, hot frosty doesn't sound like
inappropriate.
Right. Yeah, they addressed that.
Okay.
And anyway, it's funny.
I'll have to watch that. Did that just get posted?
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now I haven't watched the movie, but I watched that.
That sounds like barely an inconvenience. So I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Super easy. Yeah.
And everyone in the chat's like, what are these two idiots talking about right now? It's like,
and there's one guy going like, oh, he said the thing.
He said the thing.
All right. Speaking of saying the thing, I cannot wait to say this thing. And I've been waiting all day. Let's go over the changelog for Farm Sim 25 patch 1.3.
We haven't even talked about where we're showing this today.
It feels so good to get that off my chest. We don't play the game.
We don't play the game. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook, and if you want to be in audio format, so you don't have to look at, you know what, you almost didn't have to look at our faces on YouTube either, but today you have to look at our faces. But if you're just want to listen, you can find us on all your podcasts, your favorite streaming platforms, your podcasting platforms. Check us out there as well, the Farm Sim Show, the #1 rated farming simulator podcast in the world.
And most watched. Yeah, those are two different things, and both are sad. Like, please, somebody do better. You can do this. We
Giants,
believe it.
You know what? Giants tried, and we just put them to shame.
Yeah, but we
actually, it wasn't us. You guys put them to shame. I appreciate you guys.
Such a bad podcast. They did so rough. Oh, loved it. Let's talk about a little bit about the update. There were bug fixes and changes. Their words, not mine. There were new additions. Their words, not mine. Modding and info. Their words, not mine. There was also things that they put in the game and changed that are dumb and I don't like and didn't need to be fixed, changed, or ruined. And those are my words, not theirs.
One big thing. But regardless, there's a couple of things, but the one big thing. I was pretty happy to see. I mean, just to bring it up, like, there was a lot of things in here going on to get updated. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of cool to see. I'm happy. Like, I was happy to see it happen, but there's some things I'm still waiting to get updated and fixed. But
so we are going to go through each one of these one by one over the next 3 hours.
I feel like we've done this,
and we're not doing that. I better be watching football in 3 hours.
I did laugh a little bit because I went through, like, we got to the part where it starts talking about, like, the new updates to the game, and like I'm like, in my video, as they're chatting about it, I'm like, oh, it's like almost like a free DLC, and I kind of read through it. I'm like, well, not so much, really. You get free. You get some things.
Yeah,
it's more, but anyways.
So Fixed brushing horses in multiplayer. It's a problem, but it's fixed. This is a good thing. It's not something you want to fix. A bug preventing you from petting the dog.
I found the dog one. I did find that bug. I'm just curious, like how many people are brushing their horses in multiplayer? It's like horses in multiplayer are like the last thing I'm thinking of doing, to be perfectly honest. But hey, I'm glad someone found the bug.
Yep. Fixed conveyor belt attachers not supporting cars and machines without a 3-point hitch. So this is nice. The hitches still suck, but at least they did one of the problems. That's
what I looked at as well. I'm like, okay, we've got when I read that the first time, I'm like, okay, so we have a hitch update, but it's just for belt attachers. What about the rest of the hitches for the trucks and the stuff that doesn't make sense right now?
Yep. So for all the people that say you never say anything bad, welcome to the show, baby.
We're calling it out right now.
If they wouldn't have messed with the stupid steering, I'd be cool.
Do you want to talk about the steering right now?
We're not there yet.
We're not going to air our grievances yet.
I want to talk about direct seating after mulching or hell damage.
Hang on a sec. Before you lose your mind, I just want to send a shout out to Jake here for gifted 5 members. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome in new members.
That is very cool. That's very, very cool. Look at that. Dropping them. Yeah.
Dropping them.
All right. So fix direct seeding after mulching or hail damage. I had big problems with both of these. I thought the hail damage was cool. I was like, oh, look, you have to plow it up, blah, 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 blah. But I also had to plow the stupid field up after I mulched. Because it was like,
heads, right?
It was like, oh, my field doesn't exist anymore. Ah!
Yeah. Now you're back to it. It's fine. That's fixed. I still want to see some updates to the way hail works. I don't know.
Yeah,
does it not make more sense where instead of having like one patch of like I don't mind the visuals of having the dead spots.
Yeah.
But like everything where the hail hits, shouldn't that just be like a lowered percentage of yield you should get?
Yeah. Yo. Yeah. You know what a clarinet is, right? You hold the clarinet and the faces down.
It's like at band camp.
Yeah. So, or a trumpet. Everybody knows a trumpet, right? Yeah.
All American Pie right now, but go on.
Anyway, so call me. You don't want to be drinking. So tell me that those patches in the field don't look like a musician sneezed through their instrument, and all the ick that came through with the sneeze hit the ground and deleted the crop. Like that's a perfect spread for like a trombone sneeze.
No, it's what?
It's such a. I'll go get. I got a trombone in the other room. Don't make me go get it and sneeze through it just to prove a point.
Trombone sneeze. What is this? Something you've done in the past, where you like had an instrument in your mouth and sneezed, and it's like right over your music stand? That's the pattern you made,
and that's why I'm a drummer.
Just a bunch of snot all over your music stand. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean. DJ's such a band nerd. It does. It looks like that. Fix fertilizing. I am skipping a few things, but I'm skipping the ones that don't matter. Fix fertilizing function in the Novak T-Force. They forgot the plus 950 edition. It's the only one we have. Let's see. Fix footstep sounds on building collisions. Well, what is that?
I don't know. I messed a little bit with this afterwards. I went in and kind of like walked around buildings with the volume up real loud to hear, and I'm like, okay, I hear it. I hear things. I hear footsteps, but what is that different than it was before? Like trying to, I don't know.
Like, were you like running into the building? Like,
yes.
And then all you hear is,
yes, I was. How do you think K-Bot gets his face?
Yeah. It's just like a solid.
No, I messed around with it a little bit. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can hear footsteps. I don't know if that's different. Like, I don't know if there's anything different than it was before. I didn't notice a big change. It's funny. Like you read through the patch log and I'm like, okay, there's lots of cool things in here. But I'm like, some of these, like these are these things you worried about? I don't know. I wonder like how long was this in process for, right? Like,
well, so I know that it was in testing with like Sony, Microsoft, and Steam for what, like a week and a half before it was approved. It was a fairly quick approval. This seems like one of those things that's like, all right, this is a problem. It may not be high on the priority list, but it's a super quick fix. We can change one little line of code.
Yep.
So that's probably, there's some things that like, there's a few things that are still broken that I think are still broken because they're going to take a little while longer to fix.
Yes.
Fix headers flying away from the header trailer when placed on the wrong side.
That's a good fix, 100%. I mean, it was funny the first time it happens,
Yep, but just don't put it on the wrong side. Like,
Yeah,
who?
but let's be honest. We all get confused every once in a while. I know I've done it.
Oh,
No, you never once put it on the wrong side.
no,
Never.
no.
I
Not
don't believe
recently.
him, Chad. I do not believe him.
And it's probably flying away because it's like, no, not that side.
That's familiar for some reason.
I'm gonna sneeze into my Dr. Pepper real quick. Give me a minute.
I'm just saying. I mean, you put it on the wrong side every once in a while. It's okay. You just have to strap it down, and you should be fine, right?
Yeah. Moving on. Let's see.
Anyways.
Fix the Mac done F2 or FD 250 spawning into the ground.
Had
Thank
that happen
you.
once too. That's nice to fix.
Couple times. Yep. If you hook up to it and fold it, fold it and then unfold it real quick, it fixes it. But it's also fun to watch you go like, ah!
Yeah, like we talked about this last week. Like, it seems a little bit easier. I don't know since the patch. I haven't had any problems, but forks and like front loader tools were getting stuck underneath buildings and into the map a couple of times more often than I've seen in the past. So
Yeah.
I haven't noticed it since the update, to be honest. Maybe it's been fixed a bit. I don't know.
Mirror reflections being too bright. This is fine. I think this was a bigger issue on console than it was on PC.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it either on consoles. I don't know if you're on PC and have your mirror number set low. I think max mirrors you do like, was it 7 or
7?
Yeah.
It defaults to 6 on Ultra, but then you can go up one more.
Gotcha.
That's what I
So
know.
I believe on consoles, it's is it 2 or 4 or something like that.
Okay.
And then like if there's like 3 mirrors on one side and 3 on the other, like on a vent or something, and you like look back and forth really quick, there's like just this really awkward gray look. It's the way mirrors used to look in GTA 5 on old gen platforms.
I don't even remember that, but okay.
Don't make me use another analogy.
Can we talk about the biggest fix that I thought was in here, to be honest?
All right.
It fixed the flickering.
Yeah, that was nice.
I thought that was great. I don't have that as much. I've noticed it like just sometimes when you're like, especially when you first load in and the cache is resetting or rebuilding or whatever it does. But that sky flickering in the back with like some trees or mountains or whatever in the distance, that's all gone now, it seems like. I like that. That's great. That was a great fix to have done.
Let's see. Fixed missing bonus on selling machines directly at the shop. I thought the bonus was there.
I didn't notice it. I did sell a couple of things, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't notice I didn't get the bonus, but maybe I didn't get a bonus.
Yeah, I guess that. Let's see. There's a
Couple
lot
crash
of stuff.
fixes. Yeah, there were some updates, some crash fixes. Are PlayStation players having the same crashes now, or has that been resolved?
I don't know if they're having the same crashes. I do know that the 3 red lights are still there.
Are they?
Yeah.
That has not been resolved.
Mr. Silly P showed that in his mod video from yesterday, and it was like, ooh, and it looks worse than it was, or maybe it's the same. I don't know. I just like, what do UFO lights have to do with any of this? Get them out of here. It looks
has
like
anyone figured out even like what the cause of that is? Like, is there a way to avoid it?
No, but like when you accidentally hit F11 early on in Farm Sim 22's lifespan, it kind of looks like somebody hit F11, and it's PlayStation's own way of being like, yeah, this is what it looks like when you do it here.
Yeah, this is what it looks like if you had developer controls. But you don't.
Yep, but you don't.
Okay.
Let's see. Couple little things. So, let's see. Mod Hub not showing screenshots for updates. This was nice. Fix Mod Hub search. That's nice. Let's see.
The water is now free from the mill. The windmill is free water now, which is a nice update change, right? It should have been that way to begin with.
Yeah. Was this fix not spawning at the farm's owned farmhouse? Oh yeah, that was an issue in multiplayer.
It was an issue in single player too.
I didn't put down another house yet.
Yeah, I put down. I started my farm on a different side, and it would always spawn me with what's his name, Grandpa there, and you're always sitting there looking at him awkwardly. It's like, this isn't even my land, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm here.
Sorry, dude. Wrong house, bro.
Somebody's out there on his front porch with a shotgun in hand. You're like, oh, I'm in the wrong neighborhood. I got to get out of here.
Boy, you better go on back over there. Fix screenshots not capturing in the menu. So this is a PC thing, not a console thing. On PC, normally you can just hit like F12 sometimes, or you can also hit print screen, and it'll just take a screenshot and put it in the screenshots folder in Farming Simulator. We have one of those. It's near the mods folder. Well, the issue is unless you were in the game, you couldn't do that. So I was having to take screenshots of like PDAs and menu items in OBS, which is way lower quality.
I was doing I was snipping.
Oh, see, I got snip turned off.
I turned on snip in Windows and then brought that over and snipped images. Yeah, pain in the butt.
Fix support. So here's one thing: fix support for some Xbox controller revisions. Okay,
sure,
not bad.
I have no idea what it did, but okay.
Yep. Also, fix support for Xbox wireless controllers on Mac. Use a PlayStation controller like Apple recommends. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if you know.
One of my comment was, is anybody in my comments like playing on a Mac? I'm curious if there's anybody that plays on a Mac.
I need to make a video on it. You know, I'm a Mac guy. Like, look, I got PCs everywhere, but like, I'm a Mac guy. Yeah. I edit on Mac. I guess that's all I do on Mac. It's my daily computer. I have another laptop, like for Michael, not for work. Yeah. That the GoHam company doesn't own. Michael owns it. That's a Mac. A phone.
I just wonder. I'm curious how many people. What percentage of Farm Sim players play on a Mac? It can't be very high.
It's gotta be low.
Gotta be low. I'm curious. No hate. Just I'm curious if you do it. I mean, if you have a Mac, why not, right? But if that's all you got, by all means. But it's an interesting little conundrum. That's all.
Yeah. Another thing: reduced RAM and VRAM usage. This is great.
Yeah.
So. But one thing that's not listed is we talked about this earlier. They removed some players. And so what had happened was there was a person. Yeah, what happened was, I'm not going to name drop, but somebody in my comment or my Discord was talking about a GPU that they have and said that, performance wasn't, super duper great, but they were able to play the game.
Yep.
And it was an older, we're going. It was an older system, a much older, like 700 series GPU.
Yep.
And I didn't know what it was, so I had to look it up. Right. And so it turned out that with this, I guess with this update, previous revisions of Farm Sim 25, you were able to play even if your computer didn't meet the minimum spec. And now it seems, no one's mentioned it, but it seems that the lower spec stuff or stuff that doesn't meet the spec is just completely not allowed.
That's crazy.
Now, that's the way it should have been to begin with.
But it's funny, if they could play it on those lower spec machines.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I once again understand. It's funny. I don't know. That's a bit of a conundrum as well for me, because it's like, I understand why Giants would say, or any game developer would say, yeah, this is the minimum specs. You can't play it if it's this. Yeah. But then you just wouldn't support people basically that would have the lower specs. Just let them, like, why would you lock them out so they can't play at all?
Well, to be fair, I'm not in that side of things, but I can imagine they're like, the game is made for systems of this and above.
Yeah.
And this is the minimum that we can guarantee that it'll play okay. And then after that, everything's, great, and everything below that's going to be terrible. So that is them basically guaranteeing their product. Like,
and fair enough, right? I mean, that's why the same reason they don't have it on last gen consoles now, right?
Yeah. So if you turn all the settings all the way down, it would still be playable on this system right here.
Of course, what's playable in Farm Sim nowadays? Sometimes I wonder.
And it's funny. It depends on who you ask. I spoke with Kermit. He plays on Xbox. He's perfectly cool with the 30 FPS at like 1080p, 1440. Or it's 1440. I think they do is it something 10 by 1600 upscaled to 4K on PlayStation and Xbox, and then Xbox or PlayStation 5 Pro, the new one that actually is rendered in 4K natively. We talked about that last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, I'm okay with some maps being down in the 20 frames a second if I have to. It doesn't hurt me. It's fine.
See, if I'm not like 4K max settings locked at 60, if I get 59, I'm like, oi, what was that? What was that crap? Get out of here. And I delete whatever the mod is. And so, yeah, there are a few things I will say in this update that were pretty cool. So they improved the near and distance texture rendering for several crops. That helps. I feel like I just got bit. What a day, man. Increase the harvest rate of peas, increase the harvest rate of poplars, increase the profitability of ravaged trees, and increase the seeding rate for canola. So these are good things. Increased, basically you get more
increased,
peas,
right?
Yeah, you get more peas, you get more poplars. The trees make you more money. The seeding rate for canola, to be fair, it was like 1 liter per 1,000 acres or something. So that needed to be brought up. But yeah. Otherwise, you can't find the Llama 24 video. It's there. I don't know what to tell you. Go to my IRL vids and vlogs playlist. It'll be in there. Probably be the last one. Now,
the rest are like there's a bunch of updates to the map. I mean, okay, a lot of them are AI driving updates, so the AI can get around the map a bit easier.
Yeah,
than it has been, right?
You know who can't get around the map easier?
Who's that?
Me.
Why is that, DJ?
Because under whatever this is, new additions, steering sensitivity for gamepads has been adjusted and made vehicle speed dependent. We're not going 300 miles an hour. It's not Forza. We don't need this. Like, if you've
that one? Where did you put that? It's right in here. New additions, right?
Yeah, next to last one, second from the
there
last.
It is, right there.
New additions. Why? Who wanted this? No one wanted this. This is the worst thing. This is so dumb. Don't do that. Fire the person who had that idea. It was dumb. It was stupid.
I've seen nothing but those comments about the new steering and gamepads. Like, so I'm assuming all console players are in the same boat as us that are using gamepads on PC.
So I've heard. It's rough. I had to crank every setting
right max now, right?
Yeah, and it's still not amazing. Like
I don't think it's the actual like steering for some reason. I think it's like the return
back. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, you can't get it to come back quick enough. And I find you come around a corner and it's like, okay, now you want it to straighten out, and we're gone. You're off into the field.
Yep. Yeah. You go like, yeah, and then like that, and in real life it's like, oh
yeah.
It's like, no, I needed to do this.
Yeah, and I've got mine. I think it only goes to 100%, I believe, for the return,
100%.
Doesn't it?
Everything else goes to like 200 and 300%.
200 and 300%, yeah. Yeah.
Why?
So the steering is. It's funny. We were talking earlier about this. You don't really notice it. Like if you're just using, you got your equipment in the field doing 7 miles an hour. You're doing some tillage work. You're harvesting, whatever it might be. Whatever. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. You probably won't even notice it because you're going at a slow speed. You get on the highway with any kind of truck doing 40, 60 miles an hour, whatever it is. Holy, it is terrible.
Yep. But it's only for gamepads.
Yeah. Well, of course, right? Yeah. If you have a wheel, you don't notice it because you're 1-to-1.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Which is where this used to be.
Yeah.
Because if I wanted to go this way, I just go, or if I want to go this way, I go, But now it's like, oh!
Sorry, hang on a sec. What was that again? What were you saying? How did it go?
Wrong button. Like, how'd that go again? It went like this.
Chat, DJ Moose is saying he's even been feeling it with the keyboard as well. For those that are driving with keyboards, even them having some issues.
This seems like the perfect setting for people on keyboards. Because it literally is, it is hard left, hard right all the time. And it sucks doing stuff with like Giants. We do the bell stacking. You have to use keyboard and mouse, which only crazy people use keyboard and mouse for them. So, my personal opinion. But us crazy people also have to stick together. So, there's some stuff to that. I don't know how Farmer Cop does it. It's like every time I have to turn, it's like, left, right, left, right. No, back up. You gotta like go forward and stuff with this one. I can play The Sims so good with keyboard and mouse, and that is the only game I can play with KBM.
It is. It's going to be an interesting little bit of a learning. Now, it's funny. Like if they would have just launched the game with this setting the way it is, I'm sure we would all been, oh, okay.
Yeah,
there's something wrong with the steering, but it is what it is. But the fact that we didn't have it to begin with, and then we're switching over to this now, I don't know if it's. I'm hoping that Giants changes it back.
Yeah.
I hope this gets nerfed, but we'll see. Nerfed or turfed, at least one or the other.
I complained a lot. I was like, hey, give us both. Do you remember when they had the new crane settings?
Yeah.
Sub 22, and I was like, after that they released a thing that was easy crane options, and it was the old way of doing the crane, and it works great. I love using that. I still can't use a crane, but like that works for me.
What was the like one of the first mods that came out was a new control arm setting? Is that the same thing?
No, it's like a toggle between the two.
Yeah, it's a toggle. That's right.
So it's kind of neat if you have a machine that you like one way or the other. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Put it back. Quit changing stuff that doesn't need to be changed.
Don't change stuff that's not broken.
And give us used equipment back. What is this? We're not used. The owned thing. Just, who thought it was a good idea to take that away? Fire him. Shoot him.
Shoot him.
That's what 82 Studio would say. I don't know. In the back of my house, I was like, shoot him. Shoot him.
Oh man. All right. Well, there is that. So I think that's the biggest complaint of the update.
Yeah.
Now, what about the stuff that didn't get addressed by the update?
Oh yeah, like the Bell building, which I don't use.
Yeah, I haven't had to. I've tested it, and I know the problem, but it hasn't. I don't know why that wasn't. That seems like an easy fix.
It seems like an easy fix, but maybe the reports on that were way too late with this update. I mean,
I don't know if any, like, I didn't use it during our week beforehand, so I didn't report on it, obviously.
I don't think the first thing that people do are going to be making bells. I think everybody was trying to figure out how to play the game.
Yeah.
And so maybe it was just too late.
Maybe. Surprised that wasn't fixed. Also, as we discussed the production stuff, there's like some weirdness happening with the productions.
Yeah, with the silos.
Yeah, like the mill is linking right into the silos somehow if you put it too close. I haven't tried putting it far enough away, but it's like, if you put it close together, it gives you some random amount of crop that's in it. I'm like, well, I don't even have that much crop. How did I get that? Where did that come from?
Yep. No, that happened to me too. Yeah, they need to change the crop calendar back to how it was. Yeah, like now it's in alphabetical order. Why? Who asked for that? Put the wheat at the top. That's the most popular crop.
I do like that the one fix was in the patch notes where they fixed it now, so there's crops at least now at the top, and then now there's productions down below.
But the growth menu was also changed.
Yeah,
and it's alphabetical order, which for new players is okay. But if I was in charge, I would probably cater to my, the returners versus the new players.
I don't know. It's a tough one.
Maybe that's just me. And if you're a new player,
you're just
like,
so
we're
used
happy to have you.
Well, these were the crops that FarmSim 15 had. This is the order it went. It's wheat, barley, oat, whatever. Well, it wouldn't have been oat back then. Canola, soybeans, right?
Why change it now? Change it in the last game, or in 19 or in 17. What about FarmSim 21? Where's FarmSim 21? Had to change my whole video.
You're killing me. It is an interesting problem to have.
Yeah.
I know there's been some problems with the manure pits and stuff as well. I don't know. I find most people haven't gotten that far, so I don't know. Maybe the complaints haven't gotten crazy with that yet. But
yep.
Chicken coop got fixed. That's nice too. Yep.
No, fix it.
It got fixed, didn't it?
I didn't think so.
I thought it got fixed.
If
I haven't
only
been
we
on that
played,
farm though.
If only we played the game.
Yeah, I haven't been playing on the main farm, so I'm not even sure. I heard a rumor it was fixed. Maybe you have to start a new game. I don't know. Well, DjGoHam says no. Okay, I thought it was addressed, but maybe not.
Yeah, I've heard this complaint as well since beginning. Core harvesting doesn't look good. Yeah.
Interesting. I got nothing else on that. Visual update made it look like it was under construction. Oh, that's what the update was. Okay. I did see something about they did change, maybe make a change to it. So you can't. It's still there. You just can't use it yet.
Fair enough. You know, hey, there were some things that just weren't ready to go. Most games would have delayed. They did not. So there are things we have to deal with and maybe put up with in the meantime.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's like the new way games are released nowadays, right? It's like they set a release date. They're like, we're going to do this no matter what.
Yeah.
We're at a state right now where the game is playable-ish. As long as there's nothing that's completely game breaking, it's going to be launched.
Fair enough.
They want to get it out for the Christmas season. It is what it is. And you know, like Giants is good at putting out updates. We'll probably see another update in a month's time, I would bet.
Yeah, I can actually check now to see if there's anything up. I doubt it, because the 1.3 I think was submitted a week after 25 released.
Yeah.
Let's see here. FS25 SteamyDB.
When you say it like that, it doesn't sound good. I'm just gonna say
SteamyDB.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so they updated SteamDB 2 hours ago, but it doesn't say anything about it's just different versions of the game as normal. So
I don't know if that's a reason. I wouldn't say developers are getting lazy. I just think there's a large amount of attention put on when games need to be released by now. Like the budgets are set, and they're just trying to get things through, and they have to put a list of priorities on when to get things fixed. And some things just don't manage to get fixed in time as long as the main core game still works.
Yep.
And I mean, if you look at what Farming Simulator is, it is like a sandbox, right? There is so many different ways that you can play and interact with everything in game.
Yeah.
Some things are bound to not be perfect. Unfortunately, that's just the way that goes. So, like I said, if we talked about last week, if you guys submit your reports to Giants themselves, when you find a bug or something that's not working properly, then they can address it, because otherwise you just sitting here complaining to yourself about it's not going to do anything, unfortunately.
Yeah. So it looks like it took them, the update was submitted, or at least showed up 12 days ago. So it took 10 days to go through and get released, at least on Steam. So we could probably make another guess that 10 days or so after. I will say releasing on Wednesday was a little bit weird, but for the US population, that was great. It's actually not too bad. Yo, Zero's in here. What I did? There's Zyro.
Schultze's got a pretty good comment here as well. He's like, yeah, Flight Sim couldn't even be downloaded on launch day. Right? Like it was a fight. And I give Giants credit on that. Actually, their launch actually went surprisingly better than previous years, like last year and even some of the DLC stuff. Yeah. It seemed like it was a little bit more.
We don't have to talk about the DLCs if you don't want to. I just find it interesting that the people who made the DLC had 0 negative comments on any of their social media posts. It's almost like it was all deleted. Never gonna let DMI live that down. Ever.
Weird. Hey, Big T, how you doing, dude?
Also, Zyro's awesome. So if you guys speak French, because his stuff is in French, but he's a really good friend of the channel. Actually got me hooked up with VSM, which is super awesome. So if you guys want some really cool content and understand French, check him out. Big YouTuber as well.
I know a little bit of French. I'm technically French immersion certified. Does that mean anything nowadays?
French immersion certified?
In elementary school, grade 1 through 6, I did everything was French. I had 1 English class.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then starting grade 7, it was kind of the other way around. And then I had one French class, and everything else was in English. But 1 through 6, it was all French all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that I failed Spanish 1 in high school?
You did. I think I knew that.
Yeah, I didn't do well in school. Not at all. Also, should I address why I'm drinking a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper again?
I mean, just kind of assumes right now. They're looking at you like, don't you have hot sauce to go with that?
Yeah. What was it last week? I sent you a picture of the hot sauce bottle. I was like, it's about to go down. No. So my parents always buy a 2-liter Dr. Pepper for dinner, Thanksgiving dinner with the Hamiltons, which is my dad's side of the family. But not a lot of people drink sodas, and especially at 7:00 on a Wednesday night, not many people are drinking sodas and caffeine. Like I stopped drinking caffeine at 5 p.m. And so, they sent it home with me because I drink like 1 12-ounce Dr. Pepper every afternoon. It's not healthy. I acknowledge that, but I'm also very open about it. It's a problem that I have.
So that makes it okay. Got it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make it okay. You're preaching the wrong lessons there. I'm saying I do this because it helps me because I'm unmedicated ADHD. Could you tell? Helps my online persona. Nonetheless, there was about 12 to 14 ounces left at the bottom. I was like, oh, would it be funny if I just drink out of the 2-liter?
It's not for funny. It's just your reality now.
Yeah, I'm like the sad guy drinking the Dr. Pepper. Ooh.
At least you're not like Asmongold. You ever watch Asmongold live on his stuff at all?
I'm good.
His room is brutal. It just makes me laugh every time I see any of his footage. It's like, what do you got going on back there? Like, holy man.
Speaking of what do I got going on back there? There is something in the shot right now. I did this the other day. I took a little bit of time. To be fair, it took 3 days to do. But can I show you something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. DJ drink milk from the jug.
Probably does, you guys. I'm just, I'm impressed. He's a single guy living at home by himself. I'm surprised his studio is as clean as it is.
What, my studio?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm a single guy at home by himself. I'm impressed that it is as clean as it is. But you do have cleaners that come by.
Well, they're not allowed in these rooms.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised. I'm surprised there's not like dishes. Well, I guess it wouldn't be dishes. Food bags like stacked behind you somewhere.
Just don't eat where you work. It's easy. Don't do it. Anyway, so I made this.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
It's so cool.
It probably steers a lot better than in Farm Sim too.
Look, the front moves, and then the back's got like springies on them, and it goes. Don't tell me what's
better.
Anyway, I thought this was cool. I loved it. I wanted to build it. I've had it for a couple of years, but I just never built it.
Yeah.
We're at work right now.
Hey, listen, I've had more than a few nuggies sitting here, and so has a certain pup as well.
And me. I mean, but nah, I just, like drinks are cool. There's a table. Like, I don't know if you knew this, if you've seen this, if you heard about this, but like, don't look.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm sorry, chat.
Like, there's like that's where stuff goes, right over there.
Killing me. You're killing me here.
We're so off the rail. It's not even funny.
No, exactly. Is there any mods this week that you want to talk about quickly that were kind of a surprise, extra good that came out already?
There's been some pretty cool mods that have come out so far. Let's see.
Let me do my list here.
Is this my screen? No, that's your screen. We're just on the same page. All right, so I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna select a few.
Yeah.
What
are your top mods? I mean, Lumberjack, obviously we talked about last week, of course.
Yeah, but see, I don't use that mod.
Okay.
Yeah, which is
weird.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird because people are like, wait, you don't use the Lumberjack mod? But like, do I look like a lumberjack if you watch my videos?
Just saying, it's nice to have.
Let's see.
The developer power tools, of course, right? I think.
Yeah. I
mean, players are all super excited to see that come out.
I got to be part of the pre-release for that, which was super, super cool.
Yep.
Enhanced fill type categories came out today.
Yeah.
So this is from Wobster. Wobster is the one that released the manure system.
And he did the GPS, I think, didn't he?
And GPS, yeah. So this is not that, but it does add water to slurry tanks, which that mod did, and it also adds lime to manure spreaders, fertilizer spreaders, and auger wagons, which is really neat. Unfortunately, I can't have this turned on because it interferes with mod reviews. So,
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
and I turn to make sure that things are compatible with each other. I turn every mod that I have on for every single video. I don't like.
And it is
have
only for
different mod
PC and
folders.
Mac.
Yeah, and it's PC and Mac only. But it's it's nice. It's a really cool thing. There's another one that's Liquid Lime. Now this is super cool. So Liquid Lime, it adds a new fill type, and it's a palette of liquid lime, and it's a global script as well. So it adds it to every sprayer as lime, but it's in liquid form, and that's so cool. Great idea.
I do have a question. Have you heard of anyone working on a GPS or anything coming for Farm Sim at all?
So somebody at the beginning said, or no, not somebody. Argsy had a video today, didn't he?
Apparently, JT's been finding the enhanced vehicle mod as well, which I might have to go look at.
Ooh, on GitHub. See, where is Argsy's video? Here it is. Yeah, enhanced vehicle by Marsh. MAJO. How do you those? I'm not used to seeing those letters in that order. The 76 part I get. I'm gonna share the video in case anybody wants to check it out. Let's see. Release the first version of their mod enhanced vehicles, which among other things adds a GPS or tracked steering feature, which we already have. To be fair, so far they said they've tested and it works completely fine. So on GitHub, which is great.
I might have to check that out. Enhanced Vehicle is a great mod for Farm Sim 22. Those that were not aware of it. It does give you some other options. Like, I don't know if I haven't obviously checked it out yet, but it did allow you to like lock your differentials. Cool. What else? You can park your vehicle if you wanted to.
Yeah.
There's some cool things to it, but the way the GPS would work, it was a heading lock, and with a push of a button, you could actually like flip your equipment around and go 180 on the track beside you.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, it's similar. It works similar to what we currently have for the GPS and base game, but it would do like the flip around for you and make it work that way as well, which is kind of nice. And I found it worked better for if you had like multiple combines on a field or multiple pieces of equipment working together. You could work a little bit. I don't know. It's a little bit easier to run that way, at least.
Word. Quick new one for all platforms. Lizard Tardis mod. I assume Omatana is going to update this as time goes along. She also mentioned that there were some issues with doing special colors, so she left the colors the way they are, which is totally fine because now we have the color mod, which is super cool. We're going to talk about that in a second too. Unlimited colors. We'll just drag that up. Yeah, the Lizard Tardis up to 200,000 liters in a tipper. There's a front and rear axle tipper, tandem tipper, loading wagon, which holds like 260,000 liters or something like that, and a liquid. So super cool, super awesome. Congratulations on Matana, Miss Game of Granny Tana, for the release of that. Very, very
She's cool. On it. I'm curious to see what she does, and she seems like she's all into Farm Sim 25 right now, so it's gonna be good to see what she brings out.
Yeah, officially, and I can speak for this because she had mentioned it and I put it in a video. She is done with 22. Also, my house. Have you watched the video of my old house?
No, missed it.
I released the video last Sunday. It was so cool. All right, go watch it. Go watch it. It's my house.
I'll go watch it.
I was a day early as well because she had sent over the one for 22. I had it for a few weeks and I was like, all right, I need to get this in. I haven't done a video on it yet. I've been so busy. And then like the next day she sent it to me for 25. So unlimited color configurations. This works really cool in the new update 1.3. One of the nice things that Giants did was they added a way to do really neat. Don't you dare show that mod. Don't you do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm backing up. Don't worry.
I see you. Just hit escape and delete that.
That's why I posted just so you can see it.
He's messing with me real hard. Now I don't even. Oh yeah, the color. So you basically have unlimited colors for no matter what you want now in Farming Simulator. As long as there is a color choice, you've got it. Shout out to Giants. That's awesome. Huge W. Doesn't make up for the steering, but I'll take it. Quick screenshot mode for Model Elisha from Farming Agency. You hit left control H, I think. So it's not regular H where you hire the worker. Left control. Show it. Don't listen to TJ. No, because then I'll get in trouble again and have to deal with that again. Quick screenshot mode. If you're on PC, what a cool mod. It just boom jumps in real quick. It zooms in to 30 FOV, which you can change it if you want. I like 25, that's my thing, but 30 works as well. And it immediately goes into turns off the HUD. So this could also be used for just turning off the HUD.
Yeah.
So it's just a really quick, easy way to do that. You can also re-keybind it if you want to.
Yep.
Like, what an awesome mod! Great
for taking screenshots and
or whatever.
Simple.
Let's see. Where's some other ones? Power tools, of course, we mentioned that. Extended straw crops. Congratulations, Joe's Monning, buddy of mine, for getting that in. It's awesome. So canola, corn, sorghum, soybeans, and sunflower, and long grain rice give straw off when harvesting. However, there is a problem because the rice doesn't. The rice does if you cheat the rice in on a regular field, but if it's in a rice paddy, it doesn't give it.
Yep.
And I may have just told on him a little bit. He hit me up. I think it was yesterday, the day before. He's like, hey, "Have you tested this?" I was like, I tested some of the other stuff, but I haven't done anything with that. He's like, "Yeah, it doesn't work. Like I cheated it in, it just doesn't work." I was like, "Oh, oops."
I cheated it in.
Contract boost, probably my number one favorite mod right now.
Contract boost, really?
Contract boost from Gaming Joy. You got to show this thing off. This is good.
I'm trying to even find where it is.
Why are you doing?
Boost?
We got also Rusty Money's in here, but I did. So
I don't know where it is on here. On the top of my head, I can search for it, but we don't search for it.
Why do that when I could show you myself?
Do it. I found it. Beat you to it.
Crap.
Hey, the search worked perfectly that time, by the way. Get out of here.
All right, so
did you echo there? That was like the same laugh twice in a row. It sounded like an echo.
That's how you know it's funny, because I like go. I was just, I can tell when I'm laughing. You're welcome. If you watch my Let's Plays, I cut so many is out of the video because I can see where they are. I know what they look like now. Anyway, contract boost. So boost your contracts by making more money and allowing collection of the spoils. 50% more profit from every contract. So that's cool. It's just like a nice quality of life. You just kind of speed up through things faster.
It's a cheat.
10 max contracts. Let's see, 5 max contracts per type, 50 total contracts available, which is awesome. So borrowed contract equipment comes with free fieldwork items to fill your tools, which means that it comes with like seed and fertilizer and things like that. And
I understand why this is your favorite mod, but this is ridiculous, dude.
I'm not done yet.
Cheat. That's all it is. It's just a cheat.
My favorite part I hadn't even talked about. Well, kind of. So Tony made a video on this. If you want to go check him out, Tony Myth at youtube.com. I don't know. It's Tony. It's Tony Myth. It's Tony. I don't know. How does YouTube work? I don't know how to find him. I just subscribed. I don't know how I did it.
Search Tony. That's gonna find him.
if you take the products that it gives you and then unload them, it turns them into a different palette, which is still there afterwards. And then you can use Shul's Modding Sell Anything if you have that, which is not out yet, but hopefully soon. And then you can sell that and make extra money. Now, I wouldn't because, seeds are expensive. Also, allows using swathing equipment to harvest missions. That's awesome. An extra 25% boost right there, allowing collecting of straw from harvesting missions. What? Use that in combination with the extended straw crops. You could do like a sorghum harvest and then collect the straw. Oh, yeah. And then we also have a new one. Allow collecting grass from mowing missions. I did this it's either today or tomorrow's Let's Play. I think it's tomorrow's. Maybe. I don't remember. The days are blurring together. Anyway, so I made like an extra 40 grand off of just grass bells. Also, it allows you to collect stones from plowing, cultivating, and sowing missions. Whapam.
I don't believe we're still talking about this mod.
Suck it.
I don't believe we're talking about this. Like, just at this point in time, just put the government subsidy mod in. That's what it feels like to me.
It's more work if you think about it.
But it's so
not. Much more work. Like
it is, but it's not.
It is. I deserve a 50% raise for the extra work I'm having to do.
Not doing any extra work.
Like, if you don't want me stealing your stuff, don't give me extra money for doing it. Huh?
You know what? If all people I ever talked to, I'm not surprised that that's the mod you picked right there. Let's be honest.
love it.
I'm not surprised at all. Instead of picking, something that's kind of cool and new, you just picked one that changes prices. You picked the one that changes the prices and stuff to make it more cheaty. I love it.
Yeah. So you've got the grass that you just stole from this dude's field. He's like, oh yeah, can you just go mow the grass for me? And he walks by, he's like, where's the grass? That
he totally told me to suck it. Yes,
yeah.
That's what he does. He does that. Oh man, you could have picked something cool. Like Carl Farms. I mean.
Yeah,
you could have put the AFS Connect in there and be like, oh yeah, no, the Carl Farms put out like this is an amazing tractor.
Is.
No, instead you picked a mod that allows you to cheat through contracts a bit more.
I figured everybody knew about that tractor already. It's phenomenal. He did a great job.
I know. I'm just saying, it just makes me laugh. You kill me, dude.
Yeah. Also, Paint and Terraform Anywhere got an update.
I once again, the mod I use all the time too.
Yep.
Have you had any problems with snow staying?
I've had a problem playing the game enough to actually see snow, period.
Okay. I had one problem using the Paint and Terraform mod. Wherever the snow stuck around, I just went and did like a smooth over top the snow.
Yeah.
And got rid of it so it looked nicer.
So that was an issue the first year of the playthrough. However, after that first year, I haven't had that issue.
Okay.
It also, I think, so there was another problem as well. So do not use any mods whatsoever on PC. Console, I don't think you're going to see these anyway. If you're on PC, do not use a mod that makes the time go to 0. It's going to mess up everything.
Oh,
so
really?
if you have a mod that makes time go to 0, you're asking for it. And I noticed because so a few days ago, I released a video showing how to get all the collectibles in the America map, which, to be fair, I don't never make that map or make that video, but I did it because it was a 2-part. I wanted to show off all the stuff inside the grain mill elevator, the grain elevator museum.
Yep.
Well, it turns out that you can't build anything if time's set to 0 because the game's like, I don't, help.
Interesting.
And help never goes, it never gets there. So you have to go out, save the game, or, save the game, go out, take the mod that makes time go to 0 out, go back into the game, save the game, go back out, and then go back in.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so please, if you're using a mod that makes time go to 0, delete it. I had to. I love setting time to 0 because I get more done. It's going to mess everything up, and snow is one of the things that have messed us up.
Well, there you go. It messed up for me. I don't have that mod on, but I was down to 0.5 a couple of times. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, that I don't. Okay, maybe there's more than one problem.
It might be, but it was a small part. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Fair.
But,
my entire map was covered. It was like weird. March or April, I think. And like I needed to seed, and it was seeding, but with a direct drill, but it wasn't like disappearing.
Huh, strange.
So I had to go in and smooth out the whole field so I could see it.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Nah. Anyway, there you go. Yeah.
Cool.
So, the enhanced timescale. Also, I know that Giants is not accepting anything that goes down to that. They apparently are accepting down to 0.1.
Okay.
But I don't think there's anything going lower than that. I did speak to Marcel. I had heard that he had mentioned that they weren't accepting anything that went down to 0. So just heads up, take a look at it. Be aware. Console players, you don't have to worry about this, but PC players, it is causing trouble. It is causing problems, and it could cause permanent problems to your game. I don't want it to.
Don't want that.
So it's just a word to the wise.
Fair enough.
I'm doing you a favor over here by drinking out of my 2-liter Dr. Pepper.
You know what? I think we've gone through the patch notes. Patch was good. Want to see more? We need another one still, but we're moving in the right direction. I think we all have to practice our driving a little bit more now, unfortunately. But we'll see. I'm sure we'll have updates in the next week or so on the next update that's coming out. Of course, we need to start talking about DLC 1 pretty quick here.
Yeah. Also, if you see anybody that's posting on like Facebook pages, I've seen so much of this crap. And so they're posting in the game, there's a picture and it shows like year one pass and it says 3 DLCs and a picture, the picture of the map that we've all seen. And I think it's like buy now or something like that, And like I think even one of the ambassadors posted up on their Facebook page, like, check this out, what Giants have in the game. What do you guys think this is? What do you think the map is? Blah blah. I'm like, we talked about this 6 months ago, you dummy. Like, you're not.
It's a brand new picture. Is that what you're thinking, right?
It's like, so whatever you do, don't listen to these people. It ain't new. They don't have information. If I don't have it, they certainly don't. So
I'm trying to go look through where the that picture was from, but yeah, I know exactly what you mean, right?
I've seen it a couple places.
I know. Well, it's on the blogs. I'm going through the blog right now, just seeing if I can find it, but I can't even find it. Just going through there, it's like a ways back, right?
Should be in the DLC. So go to DLCs.
Ooh, that's a good point. There we go. That's a smart. See, that's the big brain on DjGoHam.
Sometimes. Innovative machinery. Anybody got any ideas to innovative machinery?
There we go. Found it. So they're sharing this. Like, it's basically the picture on the right there is what they're sharing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like this. It's a billboard in the game, but
yeah.
But yeah, just don't listen to somebody who's trying to like pass this off as new information. It's not. This is information we got on June 25th, 2024. It is now November 29th.
Yeah. So we'll see more on this. The first DLC, of course, we're going to learn more within the next. We have to learn something pretty quickly, to be perfectly honest, right?
Yeah. I mean, so usually they will announce it about 2 weeks to a month before, especially if there's a lot of stuff, because we'll get 2 or 3 weeks worth of Fact Sheet Fridays.
Yeah. I've heard people complaining about this, that they don't like paying for the season pass without knowing more about what these are instead of these little cryptic things.
Hey, I get it. I get it 100%, and you shouldn't have to buy it without knowing what's going to happen. But that also means that you don't buy the year one season pass, but you can buy each DLC when it comes out. We won't know until the end of this year and the end of next year, this time next year, whether this was a good deal.
Yeah, and that's how it's always been, right? Well, since the last couple of years at least.
I wonder, could we break down like the year one season pass for FS22 real quick and see if it was like how much of a good deal? Usually it's like a 15 to 30% savings, right?
Boy, I can't remember anymore.
I think the DLC was what was it, $39 for Farming Simulator?
About right. You got the Antonio Carrera was 10. Okay. Kubota was 13.
At 23.
The Vermeer was another 8.
Okay.
And
31.
And then the Platinum expansion was 20.
31, 40, 51.
You saved $12, say, or $11.
Yeah. So that's 20% savings. Okay.
You're saving some money by buying early.
Yeah.
It's the same with when for all of you that decided to pre-order Farm Sim 25 and you got the MacDon pack, right? You saved $5 on the game technically, right? It's $5 if you want to get it now. So the little bit of savings there as well. You do save by getting involved early. That's all.
But no one's expecting you to, when you hear us talking about like, hey, the DLC is coming out. If you want to pick it up, make sure you use the code down below. Yeah. If that's not you, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being on the other side of the fence there. As a matter of fact, you're being safer rather than sorry. It's something that you want, that you want before, you're having to fork out, $10 or $20 for DLC. It's a lot of money for a DLC, especially when the game doesn't cost much more than that.
Yeah.
So
and there's definitely, we've spoken about it to the ends of the earth on which packs we enjoyed using more so than others, and which ones we can't live without, and others I'm like, I used once and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not using that any more of that again. We're done with that.
And that was the Friday before the release on this show. So there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it all. And so if there's something you want, please buy it. If you're on PC and you want to support us, you can do that. That is an option, but not a requirement. We're grateful, but you can do whatever you want, and we support that. All we want to do is give you the information that you need so that you can play the game the way that you want to and have fun doing it. And that's what matters most.
Speaking of saving money, GoHam. Speaking of saving money.
Oh, are we doing a G Portal ad?
Just want to mention that you've got 2 days to save.
Yeah. If you
counting down.
If you missed the beginning of the shows, G Portal's got a 50% off sale right now. This is compounded when you use one of our codes. We actually get less of a kickback because of this sale, but yes, that's cool. Now's a good time to really, really bump up. Like if you've been using, multiplayer or a server of some sort for the past year, maybe a couple months, playing 22, now 25 is out, you and your friends are wanting to do exactly the same thing to keep it up. Now's a really good time because you could just get it cheaper.
It is the best time. This is the best savings of the year. You're not going to get prices this cheap again this year. It's always a Black Friday sales.
We get less of a kickback for this, so there's no reason for us to push this sale for you guys. But it helps you out.
So if you're looking at getting a server, if you thought you might get one, definitely do it now. Or you can do it later too, but now is the best price for sure. So check it out. We might have a video on this later today, actually going through more on how to do it. If you have more questions on servers, by all means, come free and come ask one of us. We're here to help you, and we tend to know our way around servers pretty well. So
even me, I don't do multiplayer, but I figured it out.
So I think you got some football games you want to watch. Is that what you said? No, there's no football today, is there?
I'm already late for the Chiefs game.
Is the Chiefs game on today?
Dog. Panthers almost beat the Chiefs last week. And I know what you're thinking. Like, almost, but they didn't. No. I'm a Panthers fan. We almost won. That's the coolest thing ever. Like, I know we didn't win. I get that. But we almost won. And that's so cool.
Too busy watching Cowboys and Giants yesterday. Sorry.
Oh, such a rough. Who played before that? It was like the Bears. What are they doing?
Bears and Lions,
35 seconds. What an idiot. Fire him. Shoot him. And then yesterday we got to see 2 second-string quarterbacks play yesterday. I turned the game off at halftime. I'm so bored.
Well, I hope everyone else has a happy Thanksgiving weekend. All my American friends, of course, I won't be doing. I'm gonna have some turkey maybe anyways, just to be in solidarity with all you guys. Might do it, right? I could have 2 Thanksgivings. Nobody could count me out on that, right? What do you guys think? Can we have 2 Thanksgivings just for funsies? I'm gonna go talk to Mrs. Clutch about that. We need to get some more turkey over here. Thanks for watching today, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. We'll be back. Are we back next week? I don't know if we're next. I think one of these weeks I'm gone. I'm gonna be at a hockey tournament.
It's not gonna be too much longer, and I'm not even gonna be in the United States.
Yeah, granted, so it's going to be hit and miss for Farms and Show throughout the month of December here, guys. Just a heads up, we'll definitely have one before Christmas at some point. So stay tuned to the channel.
So we've got
I don't even know.
Friday, December 6th. That's next week. I'm not sure. So I'm open some of these. I will tell you, the week of Christmas, I probably am going to take a little time off. Videos are still posting like normal.
He says that, but he won't.
Yeah, but I complained all day about it. It's like it's Black Friday. I just want to not work.
No, I could do next week. Looks like next week's good. The 13th and 14th, I am not going to be able to do.
Ooh, and they even use the super chat for it. Oh, rock and roll.
Stuart, cheers.
All the coaches that have been getting fired this year. Yo, did you know 2 out of the Panthers' 4 losses this year, those 2 head coaches got fired immediately after the game? How cool is that? We were part of that. That's so cool. Usually it's our coach that gets
That's going to be me in hockey this year.
It's been amazing.
Minor league hockey.
I will say, let's see, the 13th and the 20th are probably good days, 2 and 3 weeks from now. But yeah, that 27th, probably want to take off. I may even go on vacation somewhere just to get out of the house for a minute.
Excuses, chat. Look at the excuses on this guy.
We'll see. And then my birthday is coming up December 30th. It is 1 month from tomorrow. I'm going to be on the higher end of the 30s at this point. I'll be 36. Yeah. And I know people are like, but you look 23.
Keep talking to me. Yeah, that's great. You can stop now.
You're 40.
Yeah, shut it. Keep going higher. So thanks for watching again today, guys. We'll be back again. It looks like we should be back next week, if barring any major computer issues that we might or may not have. and we'll have some more updates for you guys.
Both of us
We'll
are
see.
using brand new rigs for these. Like my stream PCs, what I use for this. It's a brand new rig. You got a
Ridiculous,
brand
right?
new rig. Granted, you're not
That's
playing on
not being. That's not what I'm using right now, though.
it. Yeah.
Maybe I
What-
should.
What are we doing?
What are we even doing with ourselves?
I told him we should do it on our phones, but he said no.
That close. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys hopefully next week, or maybe sooner. Who knows?
Have a good weekend. We'll see you later. Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving, you jabronis.